You're walking now in divine purpose. So your purpose now is to not be so concerned about what you didn't do in the past, but focus on the future about what you're going to do. And again, all the young ladies here have made some excellent, comments about trying to reestablish the relationship with your daughter, and don't feel bad if, that takes a while or a situation with that. And also that, you may want to look for some counseling for yourself. But the one thing I want to leave for you when I use, again, divine purpose, you are here now for a reason. Remember that, and always look at everything that you're going through. We all go through trials and tribulations. We all go through pains. We've all struggled. We've all had situations that we would prefer to not have done, or we've looked back, we know we've made some mistakes. We've all have done that, but don't let those mistakes cloud and affect the success of your future. You have some awesome things to do, not only for yourself. You are a divine purpose individual. You've been placed there. You said you're going to church. You said that you wanted to help the young lady. The person, was it a young girl that she's working with?
Her granddaughter?
Granddaughter, yeah, that you're trying to help her out. You're doing the right things. You're doing some excellent things. And I applaud you just as well as they did, that you are going in the right direction. And even if something happens where you fall, don't be discouraged. Don't be upset, because we all fall. But the good thing about it is that not only are you getting up, you're able to help someone else get up. And I applaud you for that. So thank you very much for sending that letter out to us. I'm going to ask the young ladies one question as we're getting ready to close out for the evening. I want everyone to just give me something that we can tell the young ladies about how to help them being virtuous women. I'm going to start with the doctor in the next 2 years, Dr. Kelly over here.
Being a virtuous woman, I just think one of the things that probably the best relationship that you could really be focused on at this point are not your friends, it's not him, it's really yourself. And so having conversations with them about thinking about what are your goals, what do you want to do, what's the vision of that, and starting to develop on the inside, I think is probably one of the best things I will offer to girls about becoming a virtuous woman.
Cassandra?
Well, I would remind them that, and I'm not a Bible scholar, so correct me if I'm wrong, but a righteous person will fall down 7 times 70. Mm-hmm. So even if you fall down, like the song says, you can get back up.
Right.
Because, and I'm singing the song, for a saint is just a sinner who fell down, but then got back up. And know that everyone in this world, nobody in this world is perfect. We all have fallen, and we will all continue to fall. The difference is we get up and dust ourselves off and keep going. And if you look, and like Kelly was saying, if you look inside of yourself, you'll find that person. If you don't like the attention that someone's getting, then you be the opposite of that and make it up in your mind. I don't care. I'm going to be different. And you go on, and you'll stand out, but you'll be different, and you'll actually make the difference.
Yeah. Dr. Kimberly.
I think, too, that we have to be purposeful. I think, to talk about a concept of virtues, that's a big idea. It's a great idea, but it's a big idea. And for myself, and I read and consider myself, fairly tuned into, words and trends and those sort of things. I myself Googled what is virtuous, and just to know kind of what's out there and what that means. And I think as we talk about it, we can't lose fact of we can talk about being virtuous, but we have to guide people in terms of what does that concretely look like. And there was sites that had lists and lists of different virtues. And I think to be purposeful and say, today I'm going to work on patience. And not being a virtuous woman necessarily, but today I'm going to work on the virtue of patience. Maybe tomorrow I work on the virtue of kindness. Maybe the next day I work on the virtue of helpfulness. And at the end of all that, then I think you create being a virtuous woman. Mm. And I think that sometimes we have to break it down into doable, attainable goals as opposed to that big sort of umbrella.
What you got, baby?
I would be remiss, and you know where I'm about to go. I would be remiss without
I didn't say
saying,
my mama.
Yes, because she is a virtuous lady. And that her name is Everline Eccles Sale. When I say this is a woman who walks with God and fear God. And not every child grew up in a righteous house or a church-going household, but I did, and I had both ends of the spectrum. But when we got out of pocket and out of line, see, in my day, I stress that both parents watched what we wore. They knew when the skirt was getting a little too short or you showing too much here or there, and she was there for me. So shout out to your mom. Love you, love you, love you, love you, because without her, I wouldn't be able to say from both ends, how this actually go. But my tidbit for a young lady now who's wavered, who's lost her way, you just get with one person that, like Cassandra said, that believes in you. Get with one person, like Kelly over here is reaching for the mic. Get with one person who actually have an organization that could take care of you and show you and mentor you. Get with Dr. Kim over here, someone who actually have twins, so she going to have her work cut out for her, but that will actually take the time. And, if you need therapy, there's nothing wrong with lying on a couch or however they do it now, because I haven't been in a while, but however they do it now, if you have to get with someone that can mentor you and believe in you, it's okay. And like I said, girls, we are visual. Just like men are physically visual on us, we are visual with other women, other girls. We look at everything from head to toe. Like I always tell Tracy, whenever our guests come in here, women, we do it automatically. We check each other out. And I just laugh, and I'm like, Lord, please let everybody get along. I do. Okay,
I'm going to let, I think, Dr. Kelly over here has something she wanted to add to that.
I think it's important, as we're talking, what words will we share to girls to help them become virtuous women? I think we have to think about what would we share to our fellow sisters who are virtuous women when we're looking to impact youth. And I think one of the things that I feel like we need more of, and it speaks to what you were saying, Brenda, is, our grandmothers had expectations for us.
There
so,
you go,
getting good grades was not an option. It was not something I got rewarded for. That, my father told me, is your job. And so I think we get so caught up with the negative stuff we see in the media. We get frustrated, we feel lost, and we stop having high expectations for our kids. So I think for even the most needy kids, the most challenged kids, like I told some girls yesterday on the bus, I have high expectations for you. So you better not step off this bus and act a fool. But they needed to hear that. So after fighting with them emotionally for about 5 minutes to get it together, you could see the change. So I think we as virtuous women have to continue to not get caught up, but have high expectations for our girls as well.
And let me say this, and I'm gonna go ahead because we got a couple of more minutes left in there. I remember this old song, and you all may remember what movie it was on. It said, if you look into your heart with a positive mind, take self-inventory of your woman and your glory and leave the bad things behind. If we can only do that again. Now, the title of this thing is Developing Young Girls into Virtuous Women. The key is developing them. There has to be some people out there that have the desire to develop them. Cassandra, you have Dr. Kimberly, you have Dr. Kelly, Kelly Flair and Polished Pebbles. You have those individuals that are out there. To develop someone means that you have to have people that have the desire to do it. So let's not put it all on the young ladies to be able to find something that they don't even know that's out there. We have to be able to help them to do it as well. So in order to become a virtuous woman, to be able to become a woman that's good, you have to be that woman that takes the time to see the bad in them, to help them focus on the good, to remember who you were and what you went through. You might have been the greatest, sweetest person in the world, but that doesn't mean that you cannot understand the trials and tribulations of others. So it is a key about developing them. How do we make them, how do we bring them to be virtuous women? We have to have developers who are willing to sit there and say, I see virtue in you. I see greatness in you. I see an awesome person in you. You have to encourage them and love them. So I would say to anyone out there, don't put it all on the young ladies. Point the finger back at you.
Preach, preacher.
Okay, so we got to go into our last stop, don't we?
Yeah, but before that, next week's topic is a good one.
Oh, you got that one. You're going to say that. I didn't have to ask you this time. That's all right. All right.
Yeah. Next week's topic is tour of duty, military wives and women who served in the military. I'm waiting on this show because I got to hear. How did those women do in Afghanistan over there? What did they do? Now, the McCain train is pulling into our last stop, and we want to thank Dr. Kim. We want to actually thank Dr. Kim, Kelly, and Cassandra, and we have a special guest here
who didn't talk that much. What's your name again over there? What is your name again? Let's get it. What is your name again, and what do you do?
Oh, I'm Michelle. I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse.
Okay, and
family.
And of course, she didn't want to say that. I'm Michelle. I'm a registered nurse. Goodbye.
As I was saying, well, we want to thank the lovely Michelle, the Dr. Kim, Kelly, and former nurse over here, Cassandra, and Tracy's input, and the one male on the panel here, Reverend McCain.
Yeah, the one male. I want you to do one thing real quick.
You're not going to let me finish this, are you?
Go ahead, girl.
For joining us on our ride tonight, and I want to woo-woo on the air.
We ain't through yet. It's got about 4 minutes.
You let me run this at this moment.
Okay, no, I let God run it.
In front of
I know you
now.
acting up.
Come on.
I may not bring you back to next show. I want y'all to do something real quick. Just real quick, give your information. I'm going to start with Kelly because she's got the mic. Then I'm going to go to Cassandra, then to Dr. Kim. Tell me again about your organization real quick.
Sure. So Pebbles Girls Mentoring Program is Chicago-based. We focus on girls being good communicators at home, school, future workplace. You can find us at www.polishpebbles.com. And if you want to follow me, you can go to www.kellyfairthementor.com and learn more about my mentoring services for girls from elementary school to the college campuses.
Hi, Cassandra Watlington. I am the chairperson of our sorority's signature youth program, and it's about helping our young girls develop self-awareness, communication, engagement, networking, and developing skills. And you can actually contact me on Facebook. And I told you, Cassandra Watlington. Just inbox me, and I'll get you all the information you need.
Dr. Kimberly.
You can find me on Twitter at Dr. Kimberly Lemke, Facebook, and I Just Don't Get My Parents' Rules. And you can send me messages on both of those sites, and I would love to hear from you. And thank you guys for having me on.
Well, thank you. We'll have all this information on our Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and also our website. Baby, since you want to take over this thing, go ahead and take over the last 2 minutes.
Well, I've
changed my mind. No, good.
You can find me here every Tuesday on the McCain train from 7 to 9 p.m. Also on Facebook. And if anyone want to post some lovely pictures of tonight, please post from our Facebook page so we could keep this going on and
Amen.
On and on.
And my baby, you're going to be you're copywriting too, ain't you?
Oh, yeah. I'm about to do a lot of stuff.
Got a lot of things she got
need your
going.
business to blow up. It's Bankable Brenda right here. Another shameless pub, but that's okay.
BankableBrenda.com. I like that. Hey, we want to thank our guests again for coming here. This has been an awesome show. I am so thankful that you have women out here that care enough to take the time out. I don't believe any of them actually get paid for doing this, do you? None of them get paid for doing this.
Kelly, I do.
Polish Pebbles is a 501c3. You can visit our website if you'd like to make a donation or become a corporate sponsor.
Okay, and so you've got all these people that are doing these wonderful jobs out here. So again, I say that one of the things that you necessarily should realize is that you've got these great people out here doing great things, and I thank you all for caring enough about young ladies to go out there and do what you do. This has been Reverend Rick McCain. With my baby, my girl, my boo, Author Brenda McCain. You've been listening to the Let's Stay Together show. I want to see you back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Time on UBM. See you real soon. Woo-hoo!